Hey, what's the French word for folding knife? It's Opinel. Let's light it up. We were recently paid a visit by Mary Lynn from Opinel, and she went over some new products with us, and we wanted to show you what Opinel's got coming to the market really soon. And if you stay tuned to the end of the video, we were also paid a visit by Ben and Alex from Opinel, and you're gonna get a little bit of a history lesson dating back over 100 years of the rich history of Opinel. All right, so folks, we're here with Mary Lynn. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Now, you've worked with a lot of different knife companies, but most recently, you worked for Opinel.
Right.
And we were just recently visited by Ben and Alex and had a great visit with those guys. But you brought some stuff here that some of it we have had, but most of it we haven't carried as of yet in the store, but will be very soon.
Yeah.
Now, of course, Opinel is known for the classic number 8.
Number 8.
And that's the one that everybody really knows.
Right.
And I mean, it's gone through a couple of small changes, but for the most part, it's unchanged for the last 150 some odd years.
Yeah, since 1890. And basically the only change is the Vero block, which is the locking mechanism for the Opinel number 8. And it is on all of our knives except 5 and under. And it's definitely for safety, and it's by far the only thing that has changed on that knife since 1890.
That is super cool. Now, so we just did a class, and you were telling us about some of the history of the company, some of the models that you guys make, but one of the things that I had never known was the Opinel knock. That was the one thing that I had never seen, and so sometimes they can be a little sticky and a little tough to get to.
Right.
So if you need to get that blade out, you can just hit it right there and it comes out
Easily, and it
just
comes
slightly.
right out.
And then you can actually work it in and break it in really easily.
Yep.
I can't believe that I'd never heard of that or never even thought of that. That's absolutely brilliant.
It's a fun feature, for sure.
Yeah.
And again, we know that wood is a living organism, so it is going to swell and it is going to give you a little bit of problem. And as soon as you use the Opinel knock,
Right
just
up.
like that. And if you need a little extra help, you can put some mineral oil on it.
Nice. Now, we've got some really cool new stuff from Opinel, or newer stuff that we're going to be carrying. Let's first talk about this set right here. So this is the foodie set.
Yep.
Let's talk about what this is.
So it's called a Nomad kit. And basically what it is, it's pretty much your on-the-go cooking. It has a serrated number 12 knife, and that's perfect for your bread or your sausages or cutting sandwiches. And then we move on to the next knife, which is a number 10. But this particular knife is really unique because it has a bottle opener for your wine, because of course when you're going backpacking, why wouldn't you bring a bottle of wine, right?
Of course.
And if you don't want a bottle of wine, you're going to bring open that bottle of beer or some soft drinks.
Yes.
And we have a bottle opener now, and that's a brand new feature on the corkscrew knife, and we are just getting them into stock right now. No additional charge for that little extra little feature on it. And then we have our fun folding knife, and that is our peeler. And that is to peel your fruits. You bring an apple along with you. If you have some rind on a piece of cheese, let's be honest, this is a French product, and we do love our cheeses,
It's all about
for
cheese,
sure.
yeah.
And we have a cutting board from Italy. So you have everything to make a great picnic on the beach, camping, hiking, motorhome, in your car, I don't know, tailgating.
I don't think I've seen anybody that makes a folding peeler.
I don't think so either, and that's a pretty nifty price. I think it's about a $14 retail on a folding peeler.
That is awesome. I mean, honestly, yeah, this is great for like on-the-go stuff, but I kind of want the peeler just to put in my junk drawer at home to keep, because it doesn't take up as much space as most peelers that you're going to see on the market.
And all these three are sold separately, and it also comes with a really nice pouch to put all of the product in. Super lightweight, and now we're talking about camping by far. You roll this up in a nice little packet.
Oh, this is so cool.
As quickly as possible, Mary.
I'm really enjoying this
We're going
right
to do
now.
this really quick. Phones it over here. wrap it up like a little burrito, and you are ready to go. Put in your backpack, put in your motorhome, and you don't drop everything because you should put it in where it belongs.
That's really cool. That's a nice little set. And I mean, it's super mobile. It's a great little picnic set, great little backpacking set because, I mean, and of course, where we are in the United States, we're at the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, which is the most visited national park. People go hiking all the time. And most of the hikes around here are going to range anywhere from 2 to 5 or 6 hours in length. So in most cases, you want to take something to snack on while you're out there. And this is going to be a great little option that's not going to take up a lot of room and it's not heavy.
Right.
That you can take with you and sit down and have a picnic at a nice waterfall in the Smoky Mountains and be all set.
Right. It is the perfect picnic set to bring with you anywhere you're on the road.
That's fantastic. Perfect. Now, in addition to that, we've also got and this has been one of my favorites. And I got to say, honestly, probably one of the best sellers that we've had over the last year or two since we got it in. And that's going to be the
Picnic Plus.
Picnic Plus.
Yep. So it's giving the good old number 8 a little bit of an upgrade, and it is making it easy to have your on-the-go meals. So all you have is your basic number 8, and this would have to be your number 8, which has the Vero block on it, and you can use it on any number 8 that you have. So if it has a premium wood handle, if it has some of the Colorama features, you can use it on with this product. And all you're doing is just slipping the fork onto the knife, using the Vero block to keep it in, and you have your on-the-go.
That's really
fork and spoon, both stainless steel, dishwasher safe. It comes with that same microfiber pouch, so you can clean and wash and store it. And instead of using plastic, why not use an Opinel knife with a fork and a spoon?
That you're not going to worry about breaking.
Yep.
And so also, if you've already got a number 8, which a lot of people out there do, I think I've got 3 of them, you can buy just the fork and the spoon.
That is correct. The accessory set is sold separately too as well, and it's $18. But if you want it with the knife, it is $38.
That's fantastic.
And that's
so
in
you can
stock
get the whole
here,
set.
and I hear you cannot keep it in stock here.
No, they sell out as soon as we get them. I mean, I can't tell you how many times we've gone down there. Hey, we'll just pick up one of the picnic sets, and they're gone.
Yeah.
So
I have one in my car, and anytime I go through a drive-through, I buy salad, I buy something, and I'm not using the plastic, which is crummy anyways. They break. They
and then you end up trying to pick out plastic out of your salad.
Throw it away. Right, exactly. So this is something that is sustainable.
Absolutely.
Which is what Opinel believes in by far.
Absolutely. That is awesome. Now, let's talk about, too, this is another few of these that you guys haven't been able to make enough of, especially this one right here since COVID happened.
Yeah. So this rounds out our foodie collection, which is part of the Nomad Kit, the Picnic Plus, which we introduced last year. And then for those people who have the love of foraging in the forest for mushrooms, this is a mushroom knife. It has a boar's head bristle on it. And again, that folding capacity that Opinel is known for in a folding knife. It has the unique blade to cut the mushroom. And then it also has those little tiny serrations on top to remove some additional debris on the mushroom. And this has picked up tons of speed since COVID, and just the idea of farm to table, collecting your own food, or making your own garden. It's a really good garden tool.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, those have really been popular lately. What's the price point on those?
Approximately? In the $40 range.
Okay. Now, tell us about this one right here. This one's really cool, and a little bit different wood handle on this one.
Yep, the wood handle on that is called Paduke, and it is a water-resistant wood, and that is for our folding oyster knife. And that's
so this is not going to be sharpened. It's going to be good for cracking oysters.
It has a little sharp to it, but again, this tip right here is to go where the membrane is and to just open up that shell. I mean, it's just a fantastic oyster knife. Yeah. And we sell a ton of these. And again, such a unique looking knife with the folding quality of it. And we do a lot of business actually with even oyster manufacturing plants too as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Bring this knife in, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And again, the Paduke is for the water resistant part.
Right. And last but not least, this little guy right here.
That has a lot of different uses for, we call it the garlic and chestnut knife. Obviously, it can be used for garlic and chestnuts. I know in my family, chestnuts come out only during the holiday, but for sure, your garlic, but it can hull strawberries and fruit and peel small fruit. And it also has a really big place in the woodworking community.
Yeah. As a little carving knife. I mean,
Yeah.
that would be an ideal little whittling knife for like the old timers sitting on the sidewalk at the barber shop or whatever.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. I mean, you can get a lot of great little detail out of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So that rounds out our complete foodie collection, which is really, really fun and affordable luxury for sure.
Yeah. Now, and a lot of people probably don't realize this. I mean, of course, you're known for the number 8, but you guys also do kitchen knives as well.
Yeah.
You have a whole culinary line that we're actually going to be bringing on too and taking a look at here. So
I am so excited about that. We have a range from your basic paring knife and peeler and brunch knives and spreaders to steak knives and cook's knives and santoku knives, and we are just thrilled to be able to offer that to your Smoky Mountain.
That's
team.
awesome. And I got to say, last but not least, the one that I'm really excited about, and we're going to be doing some camping and some outdoor testing with this, but the folding saw.
Yeah.
I mean, this one right here is a great size. It's the number 12 size.
That is cool.
But it's in a folding saw form, which is really good for bushcrafters. We do a lot of stuff as far as bushcrafting goes here with our channel and, in the bushcraft community. And super excited to have something like this that's in this price range because, I mean, we've seen a lot that were, upwards of $100, and getting to see something like this that is in this price range and with Opinel quality is going to be ideal to use, and I'm really excited to put this thing through its paces and have some fun with it.
Well, we can't wait to hear your thoughts on it after you use it.
Absolutely. Marilyn, thank you so much.
My pleasure. I'm so happy to be a part of the Smoky Mountain family, and I've been with you guys for a long time, and I hope I'm here for longer to go.
We do too. Folks, stay tuned for more. And if you've got any questions for Marilyn, ask her in the comments down below. We will get those to her, absolutely. And remember, if it cuts, like an Opinel, whether it's a number 8 or a number 2 or a number 13, that's a hint for what's to come, then we carry it. All right, so folks, I'm here with Ben and Alex from Opinel. Guys, thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, my man.
So you guys are originally from France. You actually live in and around Chicago now, but you're representatives for Opinel now for the whole U.S. brand.
Correct.
Now, tell us a little bit about Opinel and the history of the company.
Sure. To make it short, because it's a pretty long story, Opinel was started in 1890, so about 133 years ago, by a guy named Joseph Opinel. Joseph grew up in a family of blacksmiths at 6,000 feet elevation, a little bit like back here in Tennessee, and decided to, he was making tools and nails for farmers and peasants in the Alps, and he's like, hey, I gotta make a cool pocket knife. So he made something just like those guys here, and the rest, I guess, is history, but couple fun facts about our brand. One that we're very proud is that Opinel made it to the French dictionary in 1989 to translate for pocket knives. So here we've got a whole lot of pocket knives at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, but in France, when you say Opinel, everybody understands it's a pocket knife.
That's really, really cool. Now, tell us a little bit about what you've got here.
We've got a couple oldies here. One, and we'll talk about this one at the end, but here we were asking our French team. So in the Alps, we have a museum dedicated to the Opinel family and their craft and the Opinel brand, of course. And we asked the team over in France to bring to the US some oldies. So here, Ben can actually help me date them, but we've got some number 6s from the 70s, 80s. Those are actually fun because they are untouched. So they literally were made in the 80s, but they stayed within the archives. So those are very special to our company. You can also see kind of how our logo changed over the years. This one was used, clearly, good old carbon blades, because up until the 30s, 40s, we were only using carbon steel for our knives because that was the only thing available. And that guy here, I guess if anybody on the channel can help us, we know that it's, so we're still kind of having a little bit of a hard time figuring out exactly when it was made or used. We know that it's pre-1954. How do we know this? It's by the locking ring that is not there and the rivet, which were the pre-1954 rivets. But again, like if anybody's got a name or something that could help us to like date this knife, we'll very much appreciate it.
So that actually leads me to my next question. Is there a way to kind of approximately date them? I know you said that the logo has changed slightly over the years, so that would be one way.
Exactly.
And the other question I had is, so in France, which size is the most popular? Because that's the question that we get all the time is, what's the most popular size Opinel?
Well, we'll have to say it's the number 8.
Yep.
It's in fact like the classic. Yeah, there you go, Tasty. Of course.
Mine right there.
That's the one that like really started everything. We still don't really, I guess, maybe the Opinel family, Jacques, if he hears us, would like to come here and tell the team about his family, because that's his own. But like, yeah, we know that like Joseph made the number 8 first. And we don't know exactly why he called it number 8 and started from there. We know that like the sizes of Opinel, as you guys know, of course, are just like, you know, they're not metric or they're not imperial. We're not smart enough to think about this. They are indeed like just a sizing system. But we know that Joseph made the number 8. So maybe he had 8 glasses of wine that day or whatever he did. But yeah, that is number 8. As a matter of fact, Casey, we've made and sold over 300 million number 8s. Since the inception of the company, so it's a whole lot of knives.
That is insane. And I gotta say, like the most popular lately has actually been like the camp set with the fork, the spoon attachments. But this is a beautiful, beautiful display right here, showing all the different sizes. And of course,
We're missing the number 8.
the number 8 right there.
Put it right here.
That's perfect. I mean, that is a gorgeous representation of all the different sizes. So starting out with, this would be the number 2 and going all the way up to the number 12.
Exactly.
Oh, that is
Quick
fantastic.
fun fact, speaking of numbers, because you may like realize that we're missing number 1 and number 11. Those are actually very rare. So if you guys at Smoky Mountain or you know people that are listening to us have those, they're really rare. Number 1, in fact, is actually going to be the rarest Opinel. Even us at the museum, we do not have it.
Wow.
So if somebody like comes
That's
across your number 1, that'd
really
be awesome.
cool. Ben, Alex, thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much.
And folks, remember, as always, if it cuts like an Opinel, then we carry it.